Hi, and welcome back to my kitchen. We went back to the old view. I'm so glad you're here. So today we will be discussing, finishing, I hope, in this series, the first 2,000 years of creation. But I must say something about Hanukkah, though Hanukkah is on the fourth line. Hanukkah is the year 3622, but I just have to tell you that 15,000 Chanukias, 15,000 Hanukkah lamps were lit by Chabad all over the world. 15,000 pieces of pride. From the Brandenburg Gate in Berlin, where there was an incredible miracle. The day before, Rabbi Tachtel was told that he can't do it. And he wrote to the Rebbe, and then the next day they changed their mind. To Moscow, to Yerushalayim, to all over the world. Everywhere you look. Incredible. Ashreinu, Ashreinu, Ashreinu. Okay, to the tallest and biggest menorah in the world, Reb Shmuel Butman, my brother, on 5th Avenue and 57th Street. What a pride to see it in the middle of that Gashmiistic place, 5th Avenue and 57th Street. Thank you, everybody, for everything you've done. And now, so remember that the concept of this lesson is that the world was created. The Rebbe created this world to make for himself a dwelling place. And in a dwelling place, it's what you have to make him comfortable. What makes him comfortable? Mitzvahs. Mitzvahs. Mitzvah comes from the word tzavta v'chibur. That every time you do a mitzvah, you connect to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. And that's when he feels that this world is what it's supposed to be, then Mashiach will come. So far, 5,779 years. And as the Rebbe says so many times, Yafa Shah Achas Kedem, even 1 hour before would be great. So it shouldn't Chas v'Shalom go that he brought, that Mashiach was brought. It's that we brought. Okay. I have to start with something that I find incredible. I was once, many years ago in New Jersey. I don't know why this happened, but part of the program was a non-Jew. And when I finished speaking and I talked about the woman, he came over to me and he said, I would like to tell you something. Our translation of the Bible, I don't want to go into names, and our translation, the original translation of the Bible, calls the first woman Eve. Do you know why, he asked me? No. He said, because she was, are you ready? She was the first creation to bring evil to the world. Eve from the word evil. Do you have the shivers? When I heard him say that, I was pushed, I froze. Look at the difference. We call Chava Em Kol Chai. We give her the highest accolades in the world. The mother of all living being. They call her evil. How horrible. But I don't want to go into the negativity. But let's see what we do with it. Let's see. So the Rebbe says that we should go in, they went into the Gan Eden, Ume'etz hadas tevorah, le'seichal mimenu, ki b'yem acholchal mimenu meis tomus. That's in Perik Beis, Pasuk Yod Zayin. And what happens? When it's repeated to the Nachash, it's added that you also shouldn't touch it. And then when she touches it, nothing happens. That's the downfall. So what do we learn from that? So many things. Don't add anything. Do exactly what you're supposed to do. Don't add anything. Don't exaggerate. Look what it brought to the world. Until Chet Eitz Hadas, Good and evil were separated. That's why Hashem said to him, "Lei seichel mimenu," from this tree, but everything else, this was the evil part. You weren't allowed to do that. And the rest, you can have everything. The minute that they sinned, good and evil were separated until then. And then everything got mixed up, and we have to struggle constantly with the Yetzer Hara. Constant struggle. And I heard this said, I love it. A chassid once said, "Amol giter mir a klap, und amol gib bichem a klap." Sometimes the Yetzer Hara wins, he gives me a knack, and sometimes I win, I give him a knack. Aber, and then he says, "Mit darf hoffen," we have to hope, "als ich soll ihm geben dem letzten Klapp," that I should give him the last clap. I should give him the last knack. This Yetzer Hara, called a nefesh habahamis, doesn't mean a behemoth. It means any kind of animal. How about a fox? A fox comes in and with such a clever way, and he does things in such a clever way. I think it says about the Reb Nochem at Chernobyl that he once got a lot of money, and he wanted to give it to one person. And then he decided, no, he's going to give it in pieces. He later said, that's the Yetzer Hara. Even in that, that's the Yetzer Hara. Because the Yetzer Hara wanted, the Satan wanted him to give the mitzvah in small pieces instead of with one big knack. So we have to remember at all times what we're here for. Nisava Kodesh Baruch Hu Lases Leideru B'Tachtenim. The Rebishter wants us to make a dwelling place from him and the earth, and he sent us the Satan. And we have to know how to circumnavigate. Is that a good word? And one of the most important navigators of this is the woman, Vayiven, and he built her. Bino Yisero Nitno Leisha. There's a wonderful, wonderful concept. I'm going to repeat it. I've said it before, but I'm going to repeat it. I heard from Ruthie Asaf. She was my principal when I taught in Beis Yaakov in Borough Park. And Ruthie says that the word bias is the Gematria 412. The word mikdash is the Gematria 444. From bias to mikdash, there are 32. From 412 to 32 is a heart. The woman is the heart of the home. She's the one that makes a house into a home. And there's a wonderful story told that a woman went into the Rebbe and she said to Lubavitcher Rebbe, yeah, and she said to him, Rebbe, I don't feel appreciated in my house. I don't feel that anybody really realizes what I do. And the Rebbe said to her, because when people come into a house, they see what they see. The Gashmi is the things in the house. They say, oh, what a beautiful chandelier, what gorgeous floors, what beautiful whatever. They never say, wow, what an incredible foundation, because that's not seen. And that's who the woman is. So look at the difference between Chava and how the world looks at it. And so together, all of us, let us join so we could end this gullus. And so as I say at the end almost of every class, B'virchas Mashiach now, and we shouldn't have to do those last, we're in the year 5,779, those last 2.5 boxes at the bottom of your paper. Seid gesund.